I bought two of the most anticipated focus and productivity products on the market in 2026. These are brand new, and one of these changed my life. Stay tuned to find out. I am a filmmaker, I am freelance, I work independently, I don't have an office to clock in and clock out of, and I often find it's difficult to be structured when you have a kid and you're working from home and you're basically responsible for your own time management. My brother-in-law, Brian, who's a musician with the band Ye Vagabonds, check him out, he recommended to me the Pomodoro Technique, and it actually really changed my life. So Pomodoro Technique was invented by Francis Cirillo from Italy in the 80s, and he basically realized that if he were to work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, work for another 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, it was a lot easier for him to stay focused rather than just like working until he's exhausted and then taking a break. So his method relied on a kitchen timer shaped like a tomato, that's why it's called Pomodoro, and he recommended doing this. Set your intention for what you want to do for your focus block, run the timer for 25 minutes. When that 25 minutes runs out, take a 5-minute break with the timer, and then repeat that for 4 cycles, and then take a longer break, like a lunch break, an hour break, and then do it again. And actually, studies have found that this technique is far better at improving your focus versus self-regulated breaks, like, oh, I'm just gonna take a break when I feel like it. And when I first started using Pomodoro, I tried apps on my phone. There's plenty of timer apps, focus timer apps, but the problem is it's on your phone. You're picking up your phone, you're getting distracted by your phone. So I really wanted a physical timer, and the algorithm just hit me with these two products. They're both brand new. They were both crowdfunded and released this year. This is the Flow Timer by Minimal Desk Setups, and this is the Zone Timer by New Things Lab. I'm lucky that I got both of them around the same time because they're brand new products. The Zone Timer is completely sold out, so it's available for pre-order only right now. The Flow Timer is actually undergoing redevelopment, so you're gonna wait a few months if you want these products. Let's dig into it so you can decide which one you want to order. Oh, I didn't clean these. There we go, that's better. The Flow Timer is made of die-cast metal with a plastic background. It displays both minutes and seconds, so when you start the timer, it'll start counting down. And then what it has is a flow mode. So the flow mode will automatically switch from your focus time to your break time and then back. So the clock is constantly ticking and you just keep things moving. It also has a stopwatch function, so you can run the timer down to 0, hit start, and use it as a stopwatch if you want to time your tasks. There's 3 presets. It comes with a 25/5, 45/15, and then a blank so you can set your own custom preset. You adjust your times with this dial. It's a pretty satisfying dial. If you move it fast, it moves the minutes. If you move it slow, you move the second increments. So let's say I wanted to, do maybe a 30-minute focus. I might jump this up. Oh. We'll get there. Boom. And then I want a 10-minute break, or yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna get a 10-minute break somehow. Oh, there we go. Boom, now that's custom preset. So what I like about this timer, it feels very premium. It's really, it's crafted very well. The display is large, it's bright, big numbers. The alarm is loud. I can go to another room while this is still at my desk and I'll still be able to hear the alarm. There are a lot of customization settings. You can adjust the brightness of the timer. It comes with 5 preset alarm tones. So that's really great if you want to switch it up and change the sounds, and all of the sounds I think are really pleasant. So it's meant to gently guide you from your focus to your breaks. I like the kickstand. It has this adjustable kickstand. So if you're at your desk and you need it to look up at you, and you can use it while charging either on the dock or just plug it in directly USB-C. Product feels great, and this one arrived to me first, so I was using it for quite some time. There are a few issues with it that break my flow. One is this wheel, as much as I love it, it can be really clunky to kind of dial in the exact time that you want. It's sort of like can move too fast or too slow. Because this wheel is also the same button that starts the timer, you can kind of like accidentally change your time right before you start it. So I found myself, kind of fiddling with it sometimes, and that friction disrupted my focus and my concentration. I found that the battery indicator light came on only after a few hours of use, and again, that's something blinking at you, flashing at you, and the more I fiddle with it, the more I have to plug it in, charge it, adjust the time, switch the presets, the less time I'm actually working. It has its strengths. I mean, I think for people who need to count down the seconds, I mean, this has the seconds, and that's really important if that's the sort of pressure you need. Now, the zone timer. This product was designed in the Netherlands. It actually won an IF Design Award. It is minimalist, made out of silicone and plastic. It does not display seconds. It just displays minutes. And the idea is to keep you focused on your task and not on the clock. So this is a cube with an accelerometer inside, and it has 4 preset sides. Its main side is 25 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and this one I actually adjusted to 45 minutes, but it comes pre-programmed to an hour. So what I love about this, it is gentle. It's gentle in that it doesn't count down the seconds. Not having the seconds go down helps a lot with my anxiety. It's just there, and when the timer goes off, it goes off. I'm not constantly seeing the seconds run. I've actually decided what each preset means for me. My 25-minute is my focused work. This is for cleaning quickly when I'm done with the day. This is for my 5-minute breaks, and it's for my lunch. And I'm not fiddling to adjust the numbers. I just kind of, like, come on. But that being said, you can still customize it. And the way you customize it is there's a button you hold on the back. So it has 4 buttons on the back. This is your on and off switch. This is your modification button. You hold this to adjust the time. You press this plus button to change the time, and then you hold this again to lock the time in. And this is your volume button. That's it. So let's say you're in the middle of a work session and you need to pause. You just flip it up, pause, back to work. So although it technically has less battery life than the flow timer, I never once saw the battery indicator go off using it for 3 days in a row, putting it on the charger. Some of the limitations of the zone timer, it is quiet. Let's say I have my headphones on, or I'm walking away from my desk, going across the house, might not hear it go off. For some, that might be a deal breaker if you need a really loud timer, if you really want to move around and walk around the house or get active, but you can also just pick this up and take it with you. There's no brightness customization. You only have 1 alarm chime, so if you're not a fan of that chime, you're stuck with it. I think they picked a good chime. It's very gentle and easy. There's no tilt stand, so it's at your desk. It's sitting straight. First got it, I kind of like slid something underneath to point it up at me. But I think they really encourage you they just want you to get their full board bundle, which I actually like a lot. This board comes with little whiteboards. These are little glass whiteboards, so you can write your tasks that you want to focus on, wipe what you've done, on to the next one. The flow timer also has the option of purchasing a bundle like this, but to be honest, I didn't even open mine. It has the same sort of wooden tray, and then weekly tasks, tasks and time. But I didn't even bother because, to be honest, they're disposable, which means I'm gonna run out of them eventually and I'm gonna have to reorder them. So I wasn't really into that idea, like I could just use my notebook or anything. But the one from Zone Timer, being that it's a whiteboard, it's renewable, this is gonna stay with me, and this is just really nice. I really like this system. The screen is kind of fragile, it's prone to scratching. I was once like just wiping it with like my thumb and scratched it with my nail. It is expensive, but I think it's an investment in productivity. But overall, the issues of this timer are pretty minor, I think, compared to what it's done for my workflow. Head to head, which one of these am I keeping? I do feel like they are slightly different tools. If you need the seconds to count down to keep you pressured to work, if you want that kind of flow mode where it automatically switches, like for instance, like if this timer runs out, I can forget about it and not actually switch the time, whereas this one, it's constantly pressuring you to keep time. So if you need something that's going to give you a lot of external pressure, keep you moving, the flow timer might be for you. However, if you want something gentle, if you don't want seconds ticking at you, if you like this kind of tactile manual experience of setting your break and setting your focus time, this one might be for you. Ultimately, the one I'm going to keep is going to be the zone timer. I mean, the flow timer, I got it first. I do really like it, but I enjoy that there's less friction in this interface. I don't have to fiddle through presets and reset. I just kind of pick my time and I go. There's no button confusion. If I'm working for 25 minutes and the timer runs out and I want to do another 10 minutes, it's just like that. When I'm ready for my break, it's just like that. As a filmmaker, as a creative who wants to stay focused but doesn't necessarily want those seconds ticking at me, this is the one for me. Overall, I do think they're both beautiful, thoughtfully designed, but they are also both first-gen products. This has the battery indicator issue, and I hope they improve. I hope they maybe consider separating the start from the time adjustment so you're not accidentally adjusting the time when you start. This one, it would be nice if there was a little bit of navigation refinement. If you go past the time, you just kind of have to recycle all the way through. So maybe having a minus button, a louder speaker would be awesome for this, but I think that's probably the trade-off in the size. But if this had a louder speaker, it would be pretty much 100% perfect. To wrap it up, it's not really the timers, but it's the method that changed my life. Both of these products are great ways to introduce the Pomodoro method into your life. They're very thoughtfully designed, very well made, but even if you order it now, you're gonna have to wait a few months to get it. And you don't need to wait a few months to start doing the Pomodoro technique. You can grab one of these, $8. This is what the guy did. And he said that he would set into his intention when he winds it and let it go. But of course it ticks. Of course it's not as cool. It's also very loud. Whether you're gonna invest in these products, grab one of these tomato timers, or get an app on your phone, I really, really recommend study the Pomodoro technique, give it a try, download an app first, you don't have to spend any money. And then if it works for you and you wanna be detached from your phone, any of these will get the job done. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about these products, drop a comment below. Any questions about the Pomodoro technique, tips and tricks for focus. I've been doing this for some time and I'm happy to share what I know. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe.